Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Mack, his first carry of the game. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Mack. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Open man here is Gentry. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Brings up 2nd and
3. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Jets nothing. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Andrews. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
Their own 45-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On play action, Allen. Hunter Henry brings it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a run with Mack. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This is out quickly to the right, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Colts are able to grow their lead. Maher on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Jets nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Back to throw. Andrews. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The quarterback.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Andrews. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's Mack. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 30.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. This is Mack on the counter. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Maher is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And 6.
On 3rd down, Robinson. Space, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Looking to throw. Andrews looking here for Smith downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To throw is Andrews. Off play action. He's going up top for Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Andrews. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Allen. Flushed out right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
To throw once more. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Be good.
To throw again, Andrews. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Andrews. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now Andrews off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them.
This is caught inside the 15. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Allen going to throw. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Complete to
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To the air. Allen. Quick hitch. Complete. It's Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Here's Matt. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jack
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now will carry from Mack. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they'll get this down to the 10. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Colts 31, Jets 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Andrews. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Andrews. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
First down.
From the gun, Andrews. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
On for the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Mack. He will push his way down to about the 14.
The Colt ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got him. 552. Oh, here we go.
They go right back to Mack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here I come again.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Makes the
extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Brett Maher.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Well, going deep here for Taylor. He's got it at the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker McCann.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Church, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And it's third down.
Hey, I'm coming. Check, 52's the 52's the mark.
On play action, Allen. Open man, it's Thielen, it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Indianapolis.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 52. Watch the run.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this one back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Let's go, Where's 50?
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. 2nd level, probably because they moved up to the 1st level, and that hurts them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.